Dear friends, good afternoon. So this is our fifth webinar addressed to kids from 10 up to 12 years old. And we are going to present basic playing elements. Let's see the agenda of today's webinar. So I'm going to remind where you can find all the material we have produced so far. A review for the first four webinars addressed to kids 7 to 9 years old. Coaches input, we have input from Ildiko from Varsa's Budapest. Questions we did not have that much. And then we are going to present the 5 skills concerning the 10 to 12 years old. Today's content will be limited to the defensive playing elements. So, as you know, all the material is within the YouTube where you can find everything, even all the sessions of the webinars, and then all the material is uploaded. So you have everything free, accessible to study and apply to your programs. It's enough if you write HaBaWaBa School in YouTube, you will find it, even though if you can follow the link, of course, it's better. Just review what we have done so far and the key priorities for the kids of 7 to 9 years old. For kids of this age, the main objective, of course, is to build, first of all, a strong aquatic foundation using playful and progressive activities. At this age, children have to develop the confidence in the water, coordination, balance, body control, familiarity with the ball as part of their daily routine in the pool. Before moving toward more complex water polo situations, young players should learn to feel comfortable handling the ball naturally during movements and games. The key skills include freestyle and breaststroke kicking, head-up swimming, sculling, egg-beater kick, changing body position, changing direction, swimming with the ball, basic passing and shooting. These skills help the children move more efficiently, stay stable in vertical and horizontal positions, handle the ball with confidence and begin to cooperate with teammates. The focus should always be on enjoyment, learning through movement and creating a positive connection with water polo. So I'm not going to show the videos because now you can find everything, but you can see this graphic with Rocker Pop is the mascot dressed with costumes from several countries. I open a parenthesis to say this year we have more than 18 countries participating in HaBaWaBa Festival in Lignano, and that is, of course, a great success of the project. So you see here this graphic with the blue color, 1 to 10 is the very first, let's say, approach when we start with the kids that they already swim and we introduce the ball. And then we move to more, let's say, water polo specific moves from 11 to 20. So you see all those, let's say, the steps that we have presented with videos, and for every skill of the 20, we have proposed 5 drills. So up to now, we have already produced 100 drills. Of course, each one with his experience, his imagination, his creativity, he can enlarge this curriculum. But it is a base to start, first of all, inviting kids of this age to the pool and step by step make them love the sport and start the journey. So Ildigo is one of our more, let's say, productive coaches. She has a long experience working with kids. Now she sent us several videos I'm going to share with you. So let's see what she prepared for us this time. Oh, that was, thanks a lot, Ildiko. Seems that in Budapest weather is very good, so kids enjoy outdoor pool, as we see. Thanks a lot. So we move forward, a short introduction for the next level. For the kids up to 12 years old, we are going to present basic playing elements. Consider that all the 20 skills that we have introduced in the previous stage, all of them are within this phase. So we cannot work neglecting the previous phase. If we start with kids that are not 7, 8 years old, we need to pass from this step, introduce the basic elements before proceeding to the next level. So it's prerequisite that we have a good knowledge of the fundamentals of the 7 to 9 years old in order to proceed to the next stage. We are going to introduce, as I said, today the individual defensive techniques, the basic ones. Next webinar will be dedicated to offense. We mainly focus on one-to-one situation, typical for these ages. So we are not going to deal at all with zone defense or complex teams tactics. extra man, man down, we are not going to deal at all because it's useless. So we will cover, let's say, at first the perimeter defense with and without the ball, basic attacking movements, first concept of center forward, not that much focusing on center forward specific techniques, is more a general approach, and some introduction for goalkeeper skills. So that will be more or less the content of the next webinars. Offensive work will include 1-0 up to 2-on-1 situations, together with basic passing from both sides. And by the end of this phase, the kids are going to be able to play even better and more, let's say, technically better water polo, and be ready for the next phases when they reach 13 to 15 years old. So for this time, we have two other kids that will show. So we have Carlo and Francesco, you see them, they are 10 and 11 years old. So for the next videos, we are going to have them. We move to the first, to the 21st skill, the first for today, the basic perimeter defense versus a player without ball. So, of course, we need to understand the correct defensive position against a non-moving attacker and ready to protect inside water. That means that he needs to understand that his position is between the player and the goal. And then he needs to understand how he will place his body, and of course, step by step, he will understand that he needs to be in horizontal position with the hips high, not vertical, and always follow the ball, the opponent, adjusting the body position, keep proper distance from his opponent. He don't go very close because he risks for a dribbling. So all those elements are included here. So we are going to review some exercises. So we have some sculling movement, always in horizontal position. The kids many times have to move right, back and forth, left. So this is a very important defensive position.
And the stock price is slightly down as well from this morning, I think.
We move exercise in the side. You see how the kid now changed body position. Exercises like that we can do with all the kids, obviously. We move to the mirror position drill. Now one kid is defender, the other is attacker. So every time he adjusts the body position, sculling with the hand, controlling slightly his opponent. He don't need to grab, but he needs to know where he is, and every time towards the ball. Next we will see this exercise. The kids adapt their body according to the ball location. And that applies to the attacker as well as for the defender. Very important, they keep their hips up, so they have a horizontal position. Here they just learn this move. Is an agility more move. They are not going to apply in this age, but they will need it later on. So they need to rotate and counter rotate. Is more a joke than something that is going to be immediately useful. All those moves, the kids, they need to find then the proper equilibrium and do it in a smooth way inside the water. The next skill is defending a player that moves without the ball. He's driving, a driving opponent. So the defender, he needs to protect the inside water, not allow the player to pass in front of him. And every time he needs to follow the movement of the attacker, change body position, and of course not allow him to take advantage. So we will see now the 5 drills. Now they swim parallel, just they change orientation. From freestyle or backstroke. Most of the times the defender who has to defend a moving player has to adjust his body position. So they need to understand that they swim one side, then they may need to turn and bring the hips high from the opposite direction. Now the defender initially follows with breaststroke legs, raise the left hand in order to show to everybody that he's not impeding the movement, and then he changes the body position in order to defend as soon as he starts. As you understand now, is a game situation, so the kids need to understand that each one has to follow his player and adapt his body position to the move of the attacker. Here you see the attacker is changing position, right, left. The defender always adapt. He's gliding on the left hand, raising the right arm, and of course following his opponent. The same concept now, the defender changed direction, he has to follow him with freestyle breaststroke legs when he decides. So every time he needs to understand the move and react properly. And the fifth one, similar to what we did before. Now he's obviously when we do such exercises at the beginning in a low rhythm, in a low tempo, and we need to observe any mistakes they are doing in their moves. Now we move forward to the backside perimeter defense of a player with the ball. So in the previous two, we examined what the player is doing when he has to face a player who has not the ball. But one of the players has the ball. So We need to know how to defend in a proper position, so not to allow the player to do what he wants, the opponent, and avoid as much as possible to commit a foul. So we will see the exercises. So we have the basic position. So you see, this is applicable to the center forward as well, but now it's not meant to be the center. So the defender is taking the left shoulder, the left ear. So he's not committing the mistake to jump from the right side to go for the ball, because at this case the attacker will take the ball and go inside water. So it is very important to know the proper placement, because that will allow a better defense. Now it's a similar, but he moves and then he needs to readjust. Now he's without the ball, we will see with the ball as well. Now we introduce the defense without grabbing. The left arm slightly bended, and with the right arm doing freestyle strokes, breaststroke legs. We try to defend the player who is moving with the ball backwards, avoiding to do a foul. It's a very important move, and it's also very important for the attacker. In the past, we were teaching the kids to stay vertical, leave the ball to have a foul, but now they need to put the ball in the movement. Most of the defense players, especially in 6 meters, they avoid the foul. So they need to know how to be not passive, but active when they have the ball. Now we combine. So first he starts with the basic position with the ball, then he's doing the start move, the attacker. The defender has to follow him at the beginning, swimming with hands a bit arms a bit apart, and then start the defense tackle, as you see here. So this is a fundamental element, very important when we start the games. Now we see in a game situation, the player moves, he puts the ball in movement, he turns in order to pass. So this happens in all the games so many times. So consider that either for under 9 or under 12, we always ask the kids to move in order to receive the ball. So it's very important that they learn how to handle the ball and how to defend a moving player as well. Obviously, they cannot grab the player. Now we move to the face-to-face defense of opponent with the ball. And that is also part of the normal, it's a normal game situation in the perimeter. So we need, again, to position in a proper way the body and raise the proper arm in order to defend a shot or a pass. So as we are going to see for the right-handed attacker, the defender has to defend with the left arm. And we are going to see now the exercises. So this is the basic of defending the player with the ball in a mirror arm blocking. So the attacker has the ball in a basic position and the defender has to defend in a proper way. One arm is sculling and support the body and bitter kick. Now we do the same, but we ask the kids to change the pace, come higher, and then come back. We give the signal, we say hop, they go up, they say hop, they go down. You see, Francesco starts to get tired. Obviously, higher the player gets, it's harder to stay, but they need to learn. Now we move, it seems to be a zone element, but we need to teach them how to defend an attacker that is not very close, so he needs to approach and then take the mirror defense position. Now the attacker stops and he needs to adjust his body, beginning his swimming backstroke. When the attacker decides to stop, he needs to stop and immediately reposition the body. It's important that the defender has the arm slightly bent. The forearm must be vertical and a bit outside the ball, where the ball is, so he covers a corridor of the cage. Another thing that the arm must be stable. He don't need to move the arm left, right. So we need to teach them the proper technique. Now it's similar, but the attacker is moving. Now we choose the movement only to the left side. That is easier because the technique to move to the right side is more complicated for the attacker. But you see how the defender now has to follow him. So you see that it's not obvious. When you introduce that to the kids, the defender tends to remain vertical and try to extend the arm to reach the ball. But of course, first he needs to correct the body position and then defend. That is a very important principle also. So when the attacker moves, first he needs to move to assume a proper position and then defend. He cannot stay in the place and extend the up because you will not reach him. We move to the last skill. Now we introduce a game situation 2-on-1. Generally in this age we will do 1-0. That means I go with the ball and the defender is behind me. This is the basic, and it's one of the most difficult situations because the attacker has a defender behind the goalkeeper in front. And the 2-on-1, that will happen many times, and they need to understand what they have to do: attack the ball, change direction, jump high. So we prepare several exercises, starting from a simple. Now Carlo he needs to jump in the proper moment when the ball comes from the opponent. Now he's doing the same, but he will rotate to jump to both. So every time he needs to adjust the body position, support himself with sculling, and then raise the arm. Now he's jumping and he's approaching also. Now a classic 2-on-1. They swim 2 meters, they stop and they jump. So they alternate. We go gradually to the more, let's say, game situation. Now this is propedeutical. We introduce step by step. They move, they stop, he jumps. Then they move, he follows, they stop, he jumps. And now we go to the zigzag 2-on-1, the classic move of defender. He attacks the ball, then he goes in the other side. He tries to jump in the proper moment. The objective of the defender is first to delay the development of this move, and if possible, of course, to steal the ball. So that was the session for today. So we had the chance to see more real water polo moves, based, as I said before, in the elements that we have done previously. And in the next session, we are going to deal from the attacker's side. So now we focus on the defense. Defense is always very important. So the next will be before HaBaWaBa I say to be confirmed because we need to see if that is feasible. Then we are going to do it 10 of June, but it will be confirmed with a communication through the website or with email.